جاوب عن سؤالي يا قلبي يا خالي، جاوب عن سؤالي، مشغول من ايه وشاغلني ليه، مشغول من ايه وشاغلني ليه، ليه يا قلبي يا قلبي ليه،
يا خالي جاوب عن سؤالي، يا قلبي يا خالي جاوب عن سؤالي،
مشغول من ايه وشاغلني ليه، مشغول من ايه.
All right, hopefully this is good. Right, everyone, welcome to the 10+1 World Cup Podcast. And in today's episode, we will be reviewing match day 2 of the FIFA World Cup and also giving predictions for match day 3 as well. Hopefully, can get someone on as a guest. Hopefully, sometime during this episode. Not sure, but make sure you do subscribe. By the way, bottom right hand corner, as I have finally reached 200 subscribers. So thank you everyone for subscribing to my channel. Now, also, wasn't really able to do live watch longs. That's because of very, very poor internet issues I still had over the week. But hopefully in the knockout stage, I'll be able to have better internet in order to basically have a chance to actually do the live watch longs again. Hopefully. So maybe on Saturday, perhaps maybe after this sort of episode. Now, let's take a look at the 2022 FIFA World Cup match day 2 of the group stage. So, let me first share my screen very quickly. All right. So, this is the match day 2 review. All right. So, the first game that took place was Wales versus Iran. I really don't remember what I predicted, so I'll just, give a little review on each game. Wales versus Iran. First half was a bit neck and neck, but in the second half, Iran were the better team here. I'll probably say it's one of the best second halves of the tournament. If you're not a Wales fan, I definitely enjoyed this game, Wales versus Iran, and for me personally, I'm very happy to see Iran finally get their first win at this World Cup. Two very, very late goals sealed the deal for Iran, and it meant that Iran have put themselves in a very good position. All they need is basically a draw in the final game against the USA, which we'll talk about in a bit. And for Wales, it doesn't look good, and I don't think they'll be able to progress into the next round. Next up was the second match on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Oh no, it was on Friday. Today is Tuesday. It was Qatar versus Senegal, and this one was a very, very big matchup between, for both teams, because they start off with a loss in the opening game. So it was very, very, needed for one of these teams to get the result here. And for Senegal, they were able to get the win. A mistake from the back for one or two of the Senegal goals. I'll just be honest, Qatar have probably been one of the worst teams at this World Cup, and they're the hosts. So they didn't do themselves any favor. And Senegal, they have a good chance of progressing into the next round. If they win against Ecuador, they will progress into the knockout stages. So for Senegal, very, very good result in the end. Whether they'll progress remains to be seen. We'll find out in about a few hours, because the games will start in just under 2 hours from now. And then the next game was Netherlands 1, Ecuador 1. This game had it was a decent game. It wasn't the most fun game to watch. I mean, Netherlands took the lead early on through Cody Gakpo, and then Ecuador responded early in the second half through Ena Valencia. So it meant that the two teams got a point each, and they're both on 4 points. With the final game for the Netherlands being against Qatar, so you kind of expect the Netherlands to win that game against Qatar, and Ecuador have it all to do against Senegal. As long as they don't lose to Senegal, Ecuador will go through into the knockout stages. But yeah, and then Valencia, the joint top scorer at this World Cup with 3 goals to his name. His first 2 goals were in the opening game against Qatar, and now he got one against the Netherlands. So it definitely helped Ecuador's case in terms of trying to progress into the final knockout round, basically. And then the final game of the day was England 0 versus USA. A 0-0 draw for both of these teams. It was football versus soccer, basically. And for me, honestly, it was a very, very difficult match for England, to be honest. I think the USA were a lot better overall. I think I was very impressed with Harry Maguire from England. And from the USA, I was impressed with Tyler Adams. So, look, I think both teams can get some positives. Both kept a clean sheet against each other. But for the USA, I think maybe they felt like they should have won this game. To be honest, I think they had 1 or 2 better chances than England have. And the USA are behind both England and Iran. So USA need to beat Iran today in order to progress into the final round, the knockout stages, basically. And yeah, that was the matches on Friday. And then the next games, which were on Saturday, start off with Tunisia losing by 1-0 against Australia. So Australia finally got their first win at the World Cup since 2010, and it was a very, very boring game, to be honest. I think both teams didn't really offer much. It was kind of a lucky deflection from the cross that went in, and the header from Duke for Australia. He headed in and put Australia up in front against Tunisia. And look, I think Tunisia doesn't really have the quality to score goals, and their final game against France is just doesn't look good for Tunisia. For Australia, all they need is a point in the final game against Denmark, and they are practically through into the knockout stages. So Australia have really set themselves up for a very, very good final day to give themselves a bit of a chance in that. And then the next game was Poland versus Saudi Arabia. Poland won the match 2-0. Model over here says hi. Hello, how are you? Looking forward to the matches today, basically, the Group A and Group B matchups. So yeah, Poland versus Saudi Arabia. This game was actually quite exciting. From a Saudi Arabia perspective, it wasn't really the best game. It's lagging. Really? Okay, let me check. Is it lagging? Right, let me check. Okay, I didn't even know it was lagging. I hope it's not. All right, hopefully. Oh, for me it's fine. For me it's fine. The stream, I can hear myself, so I think it should be fine for me. I'm not sure about you, Mado. I'm not sure. Only voice. Oh, only voice. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll move the mic just a bit closer then. Okay. So what I was saying on Poland, Saudi Arabia, it wasn't really the best game overall, to be honest. Saudi Arabia were given a penalty, maybe a little bit um, soft, the penalty call, but Saudi Arabia did not score the penalty. And had they scored that penalty, I think Saudi Arabia could have won the game. Poland, they did all right, but they're not really fun and exciting. Poland, to be honest, I think Saudi Arabia deserved more from this game, even if it was at least a goal. So I personally think that Saudi Arabia, I think Saudi Arabia have the better game where they play Mexico tomorrow. So I think Saudi Arabia has a chance. Poland will have to play against Argentina in practically a must-win, um, a must-win game for both teams. So yeah, Poland, very very good in the end. They were able to get 4 points in the first two games, and it looks set. A draw will see them through into the next round. And then the next game, France versus Denmark. The first half was one of the most boring first halves because literally nothing really happened. But in the second half, it has finally delivered. Kylian Mbappe with 2 goals for France, and Denmark did pull level at 1-1 from a corner from Christensen getting the goal. But this game, the win for France secured France's passage into the round of 16. So for France, very good. Can I join the stream? Okay, let me see if there's a way to do it. Copied. Okay, I will send it to you on Discord, I guess. That should be right. Okay. So yeah, the France Denmark game, it was a what do you call this? It was a very very easy game practically for France because Denmark really didn't really offer anything at all. So I will say it is comfortable for France, to be honest, and they were the first team to progress into the knockout stages. And Denmark, they have to win. They have to win against Australia in order to have a chance of progressing into the knockout stages. And then the final game on Saturday was Argentina versus Mexico. So Argentina versus Mexico was, again, I feel like the first halves in a lot of these games are a bit boring, to be honest. But the second half, I think the quality did shine through for Argentina. And I feel like Argentina, in the end, they were able to deliver in their, chances of being able to progress into the next round. Whereas Mexico, they didn't really offer anything. They're probably one of the worst attacks at this World Cup. So I feel like Mexico are kind of doomed because you would think that maybe Saudi Arabia will be able to be at least compact in the back and be able to hit Mexico with a lot of athleticism and pace that they have. So for Mexico, it's a must-win game, just like for Saudi Arabia. Mexico have it all to do. Argentina, a draw may not even be enough for them, so Argentina have to get a win. Lionel Messi providing a goal and an assist in that game, so that definitely helped Argentina's chances in progressing into the knockout stages. Dear Dear Sputnik, where's the cute guy? Oh, I don't know actually. I messaged him. Dear Sputnik. Oh, okay, I think I know who you are. Subscribe to the channel, by the way, bottom right hand corner. But yeah, moving on to the Sunday matches. First off was Japan versus Costa Rica. Subscribe. Thanks. Thank you so much. Mado. Okay, so if I can add. Okay, I'll add Mado.
Hello?
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, I guess we'll continue. Japan versus Costa Rica. Did you manage to watch that game?
Yeah, Japan was actually dominating, but Costa Rica just stepped up. It was
Yeah,
like
I
the Argentina versus Saudi Arabia game, pretty much.
yeah, I think a lot of people write off Costa Rica because look, Costa Rica they lost 7-0 and then Japan beat Germany. So you would think Japan would at least take their chance because of that loss now, Japan they basically have to beat Spain practically
Yeah,
to
so now
progress.
because Japan lost, if Germany and Spain win, then Japan are knocked out.
Yeah. So obviously, if I mean I'm a Spain fan, so I look. Japan has themselves to blame for that loss to Costa Rica. I know a lot of people online were really upset with the manager, the Japan manager, and his team selection. And so I feel like Japan shot themselves in the foot. And yeah, it's not going to be easy against Spain because Spain, they want to progress from the group. They don't want to be second or whatever. So I don't think Japan will be able to progress. That's what I think. I don't know about you.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Okay. And then the next game, which was Belgium versus Morocco, a 2-0 win for Morocco. And
I
what are
think
your thoughts on
that was
that
the
that
second
game?
best game in the whole World Cup.
Yeah, I think the second round actually did offer a lot of very good games. We had Wales Iran, that was quite good. We had um, this one, the Belgium Morocco game. We also had the games yesterday, the
Yeah, we
Cameroon
had
and South
Cameroon,
Korea.
Serbia. That was like really good.
Yeah. So actually, I don't know if you saw the Morocco game. I would assume you did. Well, how impressive were you with Morocco in that game?
I was actually not that impressed because I actually expected Morocco, but I expected Morocco to play well, but I never thought they were going to win. So
Yeah, I think in my predictions, I think I said Belgium win because I thought the quality of Belgium would shine through with De Bruyne, even Hazard, Batshuayi, even Lukaku came on. So I thought maybe Belgium would, you know, even if they're not that good defensively, they would be able to create opportunities for the players. It just wasn't meant to be. And Morocco, they're on 4 points. They're above Belgium in the group now. And Morocco play, in a way, the weakest team in the group, Canada. So
yeah,
Morocco have a chance now to progress.
yeah, I don't think Morocco was in like a Saudi Arabia situation where like they just won one match. They've been good throughout, so I think they can defeat Canada.
Yeah, I think Morocco, along with Poland and Brazil, are the only three teams that have yet to concede a goal. So not only are they good defensively, but they do have players such as Hakimi, Ziyech, um, and Nesiri that could be able to punish a team like Belgium. And okay, what are your thoughts on Belgium? Because I've been so disappointed. I know people said that Belgium, they're old, but I still thought that Belgium had quality to punish teams like we saw against Canada. They may not be impressive, but I thought they can get the job done. But this game against Morocco, they were one of. I think Belgium are out. Um, what do you think on Belgium?
Yeah, that game Belgium was actually they were not making any good attacks. Like their attacks were not very impressive, and their defense was not up to the level. It was
Yeah,
absolutely bad.
yeah. To be honest, if that offside goal, the one basically at halftime where Morocco had a free kick and it was disallowed for offside or whatever, you just feel like the momentum for Morocco was getting there. So I think it's a deserved win for Morocco and Belgium. I think I think they're out of the
Yeah,
World Cup.
yeah, pretty much yes. But we never know. This World Cup, it's been full of upsets. So Canada can always defeat Morocco. So
Yeah. And speaking of Canada, the next game on that day, on Sunday, was Croatia versus Canada, and that was a 4-1 win.
yeah, and that means Canada's out of the World Cup. So
Yeah, there's actually only two teams eliminated. Like, that's Qatar and Canada. They are the only two teams that have no chance of progressing, whereas every other team, they either qualify for the next round, which is only three teams, and everyone else has a chance of qualifying. Even if, like, I don't know, even Belgium have a chance.
that is because every team except Qatar and Canada have at least tied one. But these are the only guys who have not even tied a match.
Yeah, I think for Qatar it was deserved 0 points, but I think Canada should have gotten something in maybe not the Croatia game, but maybe the Belgium game. They could have at least gotten a draw in that game.
Yeah,
So yeah, Croatia, Canada 4-1. Canada got their first ever goal at a World Cup ever, and it was from Alfonso Davies. So the guy that missed the penalty in the Belgium game, 2 minutes into this match, um, he scored. But once they scored, I felt like Croatia still had the quality. And this is the thing I said to anyone that hyped up Canada is Canada are good, but I don't think they
they're not
have
good enough.
they don't have the cutting edge like even a Belgium, a Croatia, or even in a way Morocco. Those teams have a cutting edge. They have um, a way of playing like for this game specifically, the Croatia team, all they did was pass, 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 and they were able to find a lot of space. And Canada were very, very poor defensively. Even when Canada had opportunities, I think Tajon Buchanan, I think he was the right winger for Canada. I was really impressed with him. He was very direct, but again, just lacking that cutting edge for Canada. But I think in 2026, when Canada is practically the host nation, I think Canada will improve from this. So this tournament I knew was going to be a learning experience for Canada, and hopefully, when they play Morocco, if they get a draw or a win in that game, it will be the first ever time that Canada got any points at the World Cup. So that should be at least
Yeah,
the aim to end on a high.
yeah. Speaking of which, Canada actually got their first goal in a World Cup. So
Yeah. So at least for them, and even Qatar got their first goal against Senegal. So
that is their first World Cup. So
yeah, so I think at least now everyone in their history has scored a goal, and there's actually only three teams in this tournament that have not scored a goal. That being Mexico, Tunisia, and surprisingly Uruguay, which we'll talk about later.
yeah,
And Croatia and Morocco both on 4 points, Belgium on three, and Canada on zero. So same thing for Croatia. If they don't lose, they're through, basically, and that's the same for Morocco. Um, so we'll see. Hopefully, Croatia show their dominance over Belgium in that final game.
I, I think Croatia and Morocco are going to go through in this group. It's going to remain the same.
Yeah, I think it could be like Croatia win and maybe a Morocco Canada draw. Maybe give something good for Canada, but they'll still both go through. And then the next game, the final game, this one I was, a bit worried, was Spain versus Germany. It ended in a 1-1 draw.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know if you watched
but
this game.
but if yeah, I actually watched it. But Germany had 65% possession. So I mean Spain. Wait, yeah, Spain had 65% possession. So I don't think Germany totally deserved that tie. But
I think I think there were spells in the game where Germany were a lot more better than Spain. Um, but you always expect Spain to be the one with possession. It's just the style of play that Spain have. It's just that was Spain able to create chances? To be honest, not really. Without Alvaro Morata, and Alvaro Morata actually scored the opening goal of the game, even though the Rudiger goal was offside, which I think was the correct decision.
But the thing was, even though Spain had more possession, Germany almost had twice the number of attacks and shots as Spain had. So
Yeah, and that's the thing that, in a way, kind of worries me about Spain. Um, can have all that possession, but
Spain is a
have
really inexperienced team. So
uh, I would probably say inexperience in terms of World Cup because uh, actually, in a way, the majority of the Spain team was from Euro 2020, and Spain made four, even though they weren't convincing. But they do have that tournament experience and that know-how. But I think this draw against Germany for Spain does help them out slightly. I mean, they're top of the group, and obviously, if as long as they draw, as long as Spain draw, they should be fine. But obviously, you never know in football, and it would be so typical in world football if, let's say, Japan beats Spain, okay, by let's say 1-0, and then Germany beat Costa Rica like 10-0. Technically, Japan and Germany would go through somehow, which
no,
I,
I
I
don't
hope
think
doesn't
that's the
happen.
case. That's not the
Yeah,
case.
yeah. I don't
Um,
I don't think Costa Rica will, because of that loss against Spain they had. I don't think Costa Rica will want to concede like another 7 goals.
no, if Japan and Germany win, like Germany doesn't have to win 10-0, but they have to win like 8-0. I mean, that's not a big difference, but still.
Yeah, I mean, the best case for Germany is just score. That's all you have to do. Score. Just
Score
do what
and
Spain
hope
did.
Japan lose. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for Japan to. Oh, actually, yeah. If no, the best case is
The best
actually
case is for Japan to lose. That's it.
Japan to lose, or yeah,
Yeah, so Japan's
yeah,
on three
basically.
and Germany's on one. So
So basically, Germany are dependent mostly on Spain because I think a draw, if Germany can help out the goal difference, then I think they have a shot of reaching the next round.
I think
So
Japan has a capability to tie. So
yeah, but will that be enough? I mean, we'll have to wait and
I
see.
wait. Let me just do my maths here. So if Japan tie with Spain, Japan will
Then
have 4 points and Spain will have 5 points, and
and Spain would go through,
Japan will be sitting on 0 goal difference. So if
and
Germany win
Germany,
by 2 goals, it's enough because they're on -1.
yeah. So for Germany, to be honest, in Germany's case, don't bother with the Spain Japan game. Just score a lot of goals because you
Yeah,
never know. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Anything can
so
happen.
those were the games on Sunday. So the final 4 games, which was yesterday. First up was Cameroon versus Serbia.
Yeah,
Um,
remember back when I told the other game was the second best game? This was the best game.
yeah, I think there's been a lot of good games, and obviously this one did deliver. Cameroon took the lead, and then in the injury time of the first half, Serbia scored twice. And then at the second half, like about 10 minutes in, it was 3-1 Serbia. And then in the space of 5 minutes after Abubakar for Cameroon came on, he scored and he assisted for Cameroon. And it meant that it ended in a draw. And it actually ended Cameroon's losing streak of 7 losses or 8 losses in a
Oh,
row.
that's actually impressive against a
Yeah,
team like
so
Serbia. So they're quite good, not gonna lie.
yeah, so for Cameroon, look, I don't think Cameroon will go
Ho-
through because they
I
have
have a doubt
Brazil.
though. How did Cameroon, like, before the friendlies they would have played in the qualifiers? If they lost, how did they qualify?
Oh, what do you mean? If they lost?
Like you just said they lost 7 matches continuously. So where
Oh,
was the
that
seven?
was in like the World Cup history. So they were in the
Oh, in
2013
the
World
history.
Cup.
I thought like
Yeah,
recent past.
yeah. Like I think in both 2010 and 2014, they lost every game. So that's like 6, 7 games or something. So,
Yeah, yeah.
for Cameroon, it was good that they finally ended that losing streak. Because at when it was 3-1 Serbia, it looked like they can score 4 or 5 Serbia. But um, good
Was
good
Choupo-Moting
comeback
playing
from
that
Cameroon.
game? Because I didn't see that game.
Yeah, Choupo-Moting got the third goal in that game. So I think I feel like Cameroon should have started Abubakar um, in that game because he was already the difference maker, getting that goal and assist for the equalizer, the 3-3 equalizer. And Serbia, they shot themselves in the foot again, just like Japan. Because let's say 3-1, let's just say it was 3-1 Serbia. If they got 4-1, 5-1, or even kept it at 3-1, they would have helped the goal difference out and even the goals scored.
Yeah,
And
now they're in last point, behind by goal difference.
yeah, but I don't think whether you finish third or fourth matters because their game against Switzerland is they have to win. And
See, if I run my match again, so Brazil are playing Switzerland, right? No, no, wait. So whom are Brazil playing on the match day
uh,
3?
Cameroon, and you would think Brazil wins,
Oh,
so Cameroon are out. So that
so
it's
if
basically Switzerland v Serbia. A win for Serbia
yeah,
puts them through.
basically,
If not, yeah,
if Serbia win, they'll go, and if Switzerland win, they'll go through. But
yeah,
in case
and
Cameroon wins or win ties, then if they tie, it would remain the same. But if Cameroon won, then Serbia would have to
yeah,
win by 3 or 4 goals.
yeah. So I feel like it's not guaranteed, but I feel like Brazil and Switzerland are the ones that will go through. I just have a bit more confidence in um, Switzerland than I do with Serbia. But yeah, the next game it was South Korea 2, Ghana 3, and once again, another game of the tournament.
I actually
Oh, you're mute. Oh, are you mute?
sorry,
You're
there
mute.
was a disturbance on my side. I
Oh,
actually didn't see that match. How did it go?
um, before Ghana got their 2 goals, it was all South Korea. But then when the game kind of progressed and then Ghana got their 2 goals, it looked like game over for South Korea. And then they got 2 goals, basically how Cameroon scored the second and third goal. South Korea got their first 2 goals at this World Cup, 2 headed goals. And when it was 2-2, I feel like should South Korea have gone for the win, or at least kept it tight at the back. In the end, they decided to go for the attack, but Ghana once again scoring through Kudos, the Ajax player, and it was 3-2 Ghana. And then it was just all South Korea trying to attack because a draw doesn't really help Ghana in this group, but um, you know Ghana held on for the win, and
I actually saw the first half. I forgot to mention that.
yeah,
But as long as I was seeing, Ghana was dominating.
yeah, I think Ghana when they got their first goal against South Korea, I think that kind of changed the tempo of the game because it was all South Korea in that first half before Ghana got their first goal, and now it's South Korea.
No,
They
Ghana are
still
at
have a
second,
chance.
so
Yeah. So for South Korea, they're bottom. No, they're third, but goal difference.
yeah, the
But
third. Uruguay is last because of goal
but
difference.
now they have to play Portugal, who at least progressed into the round of 16. So you know, depends on what lineup Portugal will have, but South Korea have to win, obviously, and hope that Ghana did not win, basically.
So let's see whether Portugal is qualified. So if South Korea win against Portugal, they'll be on 4. And if no, yeah, actually Portugal is already qualified.
Yeah, that, and I feel like the goal difference, even compared to Ghana, I still think Portugal will top the group.
Yeah.
Um, so in a way, they
So
could
I
rest
think
Ronaldo.
because Ghana is facing Uruguay and Uruguay has not like been the best. I think
Yeah,
Ghana can tie with Uruguay. So
yeah. But the thing is, with a draw for Ghana, let's just say they get a draw against Uruguay, and let's say South Korea beats Portugal 2-0, it would be South Korea go through because of the goal difference. Because
yeah,
Ghana
but
would be on 0, I think, the goal difference, but South Korea will have
yeah,
plus
Ghana's
1.
on 0 right now.
Yeah, so South Korea, if they can beat Portugal by 2 goals, um, and Ghana or even Uruguay, if they're not able to help out their own goal difference, South Korea does have an outside chance, but they kind of need a miracle in a way. But they still have a chance.
Yeah.
South Korea.
Now I know even though Brazil won this match, they were they were colorless. They were lackluster.
Oh yeah, the Brazil 1, Switzerland 0.
That
I
was
would
a
say kind
very
of,
boring match.
yeah, it was overall boring. Um, I feel like, dude, I don't think Brazil in the group stage needs Neymar, but I feel like in the knockout stage, Neymar should be there.
Nah, yeah, but now Slickso asks, who do you think will qualify, Iran or the US? What do you think?
Um, I will save that prediction when we go to the preview for
It's
the final
actually
games.
tonight, so
Yeah, I
but
think it's a late one.
I mean, so I actually don't know. 60% Iran, 40% USA.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to Brazil, Switzerland, we'll talk about Iran, USA after we talk about Brazil and the Portugal game. So Brazil, Switzerland. As I said, I think Brazil needs Neymar in the knockout stage. I think Brazil can rest players for Cameroon. Um, but I
I
feel
don't
like
think so. I don't think they can afford resting players. But if they want to top the group, because it will be favorable to top the group. Because if they top the group, they're gonna face Ghana or South Korea. So,
or even
but
Uruguay if they help themselves.
yeah, but if they don't top the group, they have to face Portugal. So,
Yeah, but
and
the
after
thing
their
is,
performance against Switzerland, I don't think they should be resting their players.
yeah, but at least it's the quote unquote easier team they're up against. So I think Brazil, obviously they're already through. I still think they'll top the group. I don't think Switzerland will score like 3-4 goals against Serbia, but you never know. Um, I think Brazil, a draw minimum, a draw against Cameroon would be enough. But you want for people in Brazil, they want to win all 3 group games and have confidence going through into the knockout stage. But for Switzerland, I think they defended well. It's just that they really didn't really offer anything in terms of attack. What do you think?
Um, yeah, like Switzerland don't have those top class players like Brazil, but they should have at least put up some attacks. I didn't see them putting any.
Yeah. Um, I think the one player I've been very, very impressed from Brazil so far is Vinicius Junior. I think he's offered a lot of wide play and being able to be very direct. Um, I'm not sure if he was the one that gave the assist for Casemiro, but he was very, very, direct with the way he was playing Vinicius Junior. And I think he's been Brazil's best player, maybe alongside Richarlison and Casemiro. I think those three.
That goal was mind blowing.
Yeah, the Richarlison goal. Even the Casemiro goal was um, a very good finish. And Brazil, at least for now, they look good. So It
I
may not be
think,
convincing, but
is it a goal of the tournament for the World Cup?
goal of the tournament. I think who has scored the goal of the tournament? Well, actually, we could have had the goal of the tournament in the Portugal Uruguay game because Rodrigo Bentancur, I don't know if you watched it, Rodrigo Bentancur came from his own half, dribbled past literally every Portugal player, and nearly scored.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
if you saw that game.
I don't think that's counted as a goal. So.
Yeah, I mean he didn't score in the end, but if Bentancur scored that goal, I think that would have been, in my view, one of the goals of the tournament. Being able to beat the entire Portugal team, all by yourself, would have
Yeah,
been
that's
amazing. Yeah, but
I
um, what are your thoughts on Uruguay so far?
um like you added before, they're the only goal. Like they're the only team without a goal, and I mean look at the class they have on the attack. They have Suarez, they have Cavani, they have a really good Valverde, and they even have David Nunez. I don't know what's stopping them from getting goals. They're a world class team.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very poor from them. To be honest, I did not expect Uruguay to not score any goals in the first two games. I thought at least one goal, but um, they have to play Ghana in that final game. And in terms of Portugal, um, I've been decently impressed with Portugal. Maybe not a lot, but I think Portugal have done well. They have done well.
Yeah, got it. So that's it, I guess, for the overview. Now we have to
Yeah.
go to the preview.
All right. So going
So
on
I think before
to
we go to the preview, we should look at the match day two as a whole.
okay. So what do you let's
I
say what do you
actually
think
I
of
actually dug up for a lot of statistics, and in
okay?
the whole 16 matches, there was only one match. There was only 1-0-0 match. So
Yeah,
it's been
the
much better than match day one. Match day one had 6-0-0 matches. So,
yeah, something like that. But
and match day two had 41 goals totally, which is exactly the same as match day one. But
oh,
in that 41 goals, half of the goals came from two matches. So
uh,
and
how how do you think of the tournament so far, the World Cup? We're actually halfway through. 32 games done, 32 more games to go.
if I'm being honest, I think this is one of the worst World Cups ever.
Yeah, I think because of how competitive it is, because you know you have what 27 teams fighting out for only 13 spots in the knockout stage on the final day. There's basically no dead rubber. There's no games whereby nothing's actually secured. No one topped the group. No one's bottom of the
Like
group yet.
game wise, this has been like game wise, football wise, this has been a really good tournament. But other
Yeah, because
controversies have made this World Cup really bad.
yeah, I think there have been some teams at this World Cup that have been very very boring to watch, like
Yeah, especially
Mexico,
Uruguay
even
and
even even
even
yeah,
Brazil.
in a way, yeah. Even to be honest, even Wales have been a bit boring to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, but moving on to match day three, we can give our predictions. So
Before I start off with match day three, um, Iran versus US is going to be the best game.
okay,
I'm
so
already giving it out to you.
okay, but let's start with Group A, which is going to start in about an hour and 15 minutes.
But
I'm not sure if we'll get the
I really
lineup.
don't know what the FIFA officials have done with the match timings. Like, what are we supposed to watch? Like, both the matches are at the same time, so it's really. a
No,
bit annoying.
it's because let's just say for example okay, let's say for example the reason why they do it at the same time is
Yeah.
because for example if Ecuador and Senegal, let's just say Ecuador wins by like 3 goals to nil, let's just say that
Yeah.
um, that would mean if Netherlands and Qatar play later, Netherlands know the result of the Ecuador game, so they know how many goals they have to score in order to, let's say, top the
Oh,
group
so
or
basically
whatever.
you're saying that they'll just go to and start being really defensive.
Yeah, so the reason why they do it like the same group games at the same time is to kind of avoid teams like maybe the teams that play the later ish games
Yeah.
to do, okay, maybe we'll defend a bit more or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why they do it at the same time to make it, so that it's like real time type of thing. It's like how the final day of the Premier League is when
Yeah. So
everyone plays. It's so
yeah.
that you don't get like advantage for a certain team. That's why they do it at the same time.
Yeah, I remember once all the Man United fans think they had won and they started celebrating and
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of the case. Like let's say Man City played earlier and they won, but Man United knew that they would have to win the final game by like 10-0 against Sunderland. I know, you know, that sort of advantage. That's kind of why the final round of group games at the World Cup are at the same time. So first off, Group A, Ecuador v Senegal, Netherlands, Qatar. Prediction for those games.
I think Ecuador's gonna smash Senegal. I'm not even
Okay.
I this is a hot take. I don't know if you'll agree with it, but Ecuador has been the best team to watch this whole World Cup.
Yeah, I predicted Ecuador to be my sort of like surprise package because I most people predicted Netherlands and Senegal to go through. I mean, Senegal could still go through; they can beat Ecuador, and but I've been very impressed with Ecuador, and I hope they at least progress into the next round.
They've been
Um,
really entertaining. Their passing is just out of the world. They can
yeah,
beat two
the only
Ecuadorians and like five opponents, but they're still gonna get it into the
yeah
playoffs.
even again to be honest, even that the 1-1 draw against Netherlands that they had,
I think Ecuador is a
Ecuador were
better
much more
team.
better.
Yeah,
Ecuador were much more
definitely.
better. Um, but what are your like let's say score line for this game?
3-0.
Ecuador Senegal.
3-0 Ecuador.
Oh, okay. I'll play it a little bit safe for now. I will say 2-1 to Ecuador. So Ecuador basically goes through. Netherlands versus Qatar.
I don't know, like 5-1 or 5-0 maybe.
Oh,
To
okay.
Netherlands, obviously.
Yeah. I'll go with 4-0 Netherlands. That'll be my prediction. So I think I'm predicting Ecuador and Netherlands to go through in Group A. Group B, I guess we can actually talk about Slicko. Who do you think will qualify, Iran or USA? So Iran versus USA. What do you think the score will be?
Let me. I don't know who's gonna win, but I can give you that whoever's gonna win, they're gonna win by 1 goal.
Ooh, okay. Um, for me, this is tough. I mean, Iran just need they practically need a draw because I'll give it a little bit away. I don't see Wales beating England.
Wow.
So I will go with I will say Iran versus USA. I will say it will be a 1-all draw.
Yes. It's actually possible, but
Yeah, I
let's
think
see. I mean, only time can tell. So
yeah. Um, and then Wales versus England. What do you think?
I think this might sound a bit dumb, but England's gonna win 1-0.
Because I was actually going to predict England 2-0. So I think from that, let's say for my predictions, I would have England first and Iran second. So they'll be the ones that will go through. Um, and I think I'm predicting USA to go unbeaten at this World Cup, but not progress with 3 draws.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Wales just not good enough, to be honest. Even with Bell and Ramsey. So those are the
I
games.
mean, I remember someone saying Wales is just Bale plus 10.
Yeah, or Bell plus Ramsey plus 9.
Yeah.
Um, and then tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, we start off in Group D, Tunisia versus France. What do you think?
France 4-0.
Oh, I'll be a little bit generous to Tunisia. I will say 3-0 France.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
I mean, they could rest players, but even if they rest players, I think they have the quality to beat Tunisia.
in case
So,
it is players, even I'm going 3-0.
yeah. So, we're basically saying Tunisia doesn't even score a goal at all, which is kind of sad because I want everyone to score, but they had their chances, Tunisia, and now they have it. They have a tough game. Australia versus Denmark. If Australia does not lose, they go through, basically.
Denmark 2-0. Ah,
Okay, Denmark 2-0. For me, I think Australia can score, but it's
I don't
tough.
think they're getting through the Denmark defense.
Yeah. I'll just say 1-0 for now. 1-0 Denmark. Um,
Yeah.
and then the.
Poland, Argentina.
Oh, what do you think?
So I think Argentina is not a team where on the standard level. Whichever team they're playing, they step down. So whether they're playing Tunisia or they're playing France, they're gonna win both matches just 1-0. So I think they'll
Okay.
win 2-0.
Oh, Argentina. Okay. For me, I think we could get a surprise here. Um,
I hope not.
I mean, I predicted Argentina to win the whole World Cup before the tournament started, but I've not been impressed with Argentina in terms of when it does become tough for them. I don't think they've been able to break teams down. And Poland are going to sit back like as they do.
No,
Um,
but they were Argentina was actually really good against against Mexico.
yeah,
I think
but I
that
think
loss against Saudi Arabia taught them a lot.
yeah. So yeah, maybe Argentina could bounce back. Oh, it's tough.
If Argentina win,
Then
they're
they're,
through.
they're
But
true.
if they just tie, then it's a bit tough for them.
Yeah.
So what happens if they tie is currently they're on 3 points. So when they
They'll get
tie, they
4,
go to 4 points.
and Poland will
So
qualify
so
because of
Mexico
that
has to win against Saudi Arabia,
in order to stop Saudi Arabia. But
or at least tie. At least tie because goal difference is the same. Like
yeah,
Argentina's on one and Saudi Arabia's on -1.
yeah. My
So
prediction. Ooh, you know what? I'll go very different. Poland. I can't believe I'm saying this. I predicted them to win the world. I'm going to say Poland. Poland 2-0.
no, I can't accept that.
I predicted Argentina to win the World Cup, and I feel like we remember in the last World Cup 2018, Germany they lost. They were the champions. So like before Germany, they lost to Mexico, and then the second game they again weren't impressive, but they beat Sweden 2-1, and then in the final game they practically had the easiest team, South Korea, and they lost and got eliminated. So I could see something like that happening to Argentina. Um, that's why I'm going with I think I said 2-0 Poland. But if Argentina goes through, I think I don't know. It's a tough game, man. I can't wait to see that. Group C is probably going to be one of my favorite groups to watch at the same time,
I still can't
basically.
accept that, bro. Argentina has to win.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine
At least tie.
Lewandowski?
At least tie.
Yeah, but even a draw for Argentina may not even be enough.
No, like if
Because
we draw with
Saudi,
Poland, Saudi Arabia just should not win. Even if they
yeah,
tie, Argentina is going close.
yeah. But Saudi Arabia v Mexico, what's your prediction on that?
Um, as an Argentina fan, I have to go Mexico 1-0. I mean, they have
Have
the best goalkeeper on earth, Ochoa.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen both of Saudi Arabia's games, but what do you think on Saudi Arabia so far from what you've seen from them?
I think that one win, it was like a one match wonder. After that,
Okay.
after that match, they just started being Saudi Arabia again.
Yeah. I think I've been impressed with Saudi Arabia. I just don't know if they will have the quality in the end to make it true, but why not? I'll go with an upset because of Poland beating Argentina. I predicted I'm going with Saudi Arabia 2-1 against Mexico. So I'll give Mexico the first goal, but Saudi Arabia wins. So I think Group C, I am predicting Poland and Saudi Arabia to go through. Uh, I mean, I could be completely wrong,
I
obviously.
think you are. I think you are completely wrong.
Uh, I mean, we'll see by tomorrow night, basically. But yeah, moving on to
Are you going to watch it? It's going to be late in the night.
yeah, it will be at like, what is it 3? Yeah, 3 a.m. But I
It's
practically watch every
12:30.
game.
12:30 here.
Then it's a bit early for you. The next round of games would be Croatia versus Belgium. So
I'm
I
going
mean,
Croatia. I'm going
yeah,
Croatia.
and
Croatia 2-0.
I'm going a bit better. Croatia 3, Belgium 0.
Makes sense.
So yeah, I've really not been impressed with Belgium and Croatia. When they beat Canada, I think they can do that sort of good performance against Belgium. And
Uh,
then,
I think Canada. I think it's going to Morocco 4-1.
oh, Morocco 4-1. Okay. I'll be a little bit generous on Canada. I think the goal difference will help Croatia top the group. For Canada Morocco this game, I'll be generous. I'll give Canada a point. I'll go 1-1, but Morocco still goes through. I just think the goal
Yeah.
difference for Croatia is going to be big if we're going to predict a big score for Croatia. But even a draw for Morocco is good enough for them because they haven't reached the knockouts since 1986. So, hopefully we get at least one African team in the next round. Not just an African team, but also an Arab team. And then on this would be Thursday night anyway. Japan versus Spain in Group E.
I'm going Spain 1-0. I'm only going 1-0.
Oh, okay. I think I think Japan shot themselves in the foot. Um, I will say 2-0 to Spain. Um, Look, I would love to see both Spain and Japan go through, but Japan they shot themselves in the foot. They've messed it up to be honest. So yeah, Spain 2-0. Costa Rica versus Germany. There's actually a chance Costa Rica can top the group somehow.
Really?
Yeah, the only I think the only way it can happen, Costa Rica beats
Japan has to
Germany.
lose.
No, it would be Costa Rica beats Germany and Spain Japan they draw, and Costa Rica qualifies on 6 points with a -5 goal difference somehow.
That's like
So
that's funny.
yeah, but in reality, I'm going for. I think Germany will take their chances. Maybe not a big 7-0. I'll go 3-0 Germany. What do you think?
Um, I think 5-0.
Ooh, okay.
I've been
Um,
going really harsh.
yeah. So I think both of us we've now went with both Spain and Germany to go through. And then Group H and the final day of the group stage on Friday night, which is let's start off with South Korea versus Portugal. What do you think?
Um, I think it's gonna be a 1-1 draw.
Ooh, 1-1. Okay. Oof. You know what? I want more Asian teams um, in the knockout stage. I think I have both Iran and Saudi Arabia going through. So I am predicting South Korea 2-0 against Portugal. I would say Portugal will rest of, well, not all, but a decent amount of their players. So I'm going South Korea 2-0.
Uh, South Korea. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just hoping, but you never know. Maybe they'll do a Saudi Arabia 2-1 or something. But next game, Ghana versus Uruguay. The repeat
I'm
of
going Ghana. I'm going Ghana.
oh,
I say Uruguay is gonna remain at 0 goals.
ooh, tough.
Maybe a 2-0 win.
Ooh, okay. I will go with another game of the tournament, sort of. I will say a 2-all draw. Ghana 2, Uruguay 2. And what that means is I have South Korea
Ghana
going
will make
through.
it through.
I will have South Korea going through because of the goal defense.
South Korea. Oh. Uh, what did you say again?
um, I said South Korea beats Portugal 2-0, and then Ghana Uruguay that ends in a draw. South Korea goes through because of the goal
Oh,
difference. So
nah,
I just have hope for the Asian teams
makes
compared
sense.
to let's say Japan. They shot themselves in the foot. At least South Korea they give it a go. Um, but the final group on Friday night, Serbia versus Switzerland.
Yeah, that is the most important match of the whole tournament.
Yeah, I mean, actually every game is because everyone has a game or something to play for, basically. But what are your predictions? Serbia v Switzerland.
Mm, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 1-all draw.
Oh, so you're saying Switzerland goes through? I think Switzerland, or better, Switzerland 3-1 against Serbia. That's my prediction. 3-1 win for Switzerland. And then the final game, well, same time, final game, Cameroon versus Brazil. What are your predictions on that?
Um, I'm going Brazil 3-2.
Oh, okay. I think this is when Brazil becomes flashy. So I'm going for Brazil 5, Cameroon 1. I'll
Oh,
give
I think
Cameroon
that's
1.
too harsh. I think that's too harsh.
Yeah, maybe. But no matter what, I have Brazil topping the group anyway.
I
Um,
mean, Brazil are going to at least rest two of their players, and they don't even have
yeah,
Neymar. So
yeah. So, maybe if they beat Cameroon 5-1 or whatever, maybe the other guys will, you know, show what they got so that, the manager can pick them in the round of 16. So, yeah, that is our match day 3, or the group final round of group games predicted. I actually didn't predict any nil-nil draws, but I can see maybe one or two of the games being a nil-nil draw somehow. But you never know.
yeah, so that's it for
Yep. All right. So that's basically the end of today's episode of the podcast.
Are you gonna be watching the?
Watching all the games today.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's just that I still have poor internet issues still, but I can watch the games, but I can't do the live stream because of the bandwidth and whatever, because that would be a lot of stuff. But
yeah.
I'll be able to watch hopefully every game for the final round of group games. Um, so I think we both predicted Netherlands, Ecuador in Group A, and Group B is England, Iran. So hopefully predictions are correct, but I'll be a little bit
I
upset
think you.
if it's
I hope
Senegal.
you've seen my avatar.
Oh yeah, you're wrong. Argentina will qualify. I mean, they can win the World Cup still. So I mean, I predicted Argentina to win the World Cup. So
Yeah.
we'll
Okay.
we'll
So
see. We'll see how the the final group games go, because we don't actually. No one has confirmed they won the group or get second in the group. So it's all to play for. So we'll see.
yeah, only time can say.
Yeah. So um, thank you so much, Model, for being on the stream, and thank you anyone who has watched um, the podcast today. The next
Yeah,
episode will be on, I think, Saturday, which will be just before the knockout stage begins. So by then we'll know all of the knockout games in the next episode on Saturday, the 3rd of December, I think.
yeah.
So that will be at around this time. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Model, do you have a YouTube channel that maybe people can subscribe to?
Yes, I do, but I don't really want to promote. So
It's fine if you want to or not. Um, but
so
anyways,
I know this is out of context, but news has just come out that Bayern CEO has rejected Ronaldo. So
uh, I mean, Ronaldo's a free agent, so I mean it depends on
yeah,
where Ronaldo wants to go. Actually, I want to check the lineups. I think the lineups are out. Yeah, the lineups for the first game are out. So
yeah. Let me check too. Let me check.
yeah, I can I could also share. Was share
Yeah, share
screen.
it, share it.
Uh, Chrome tab World Cup. Right, that one should show. Let me see. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
showing.
Ecuador's lineup is Galindez in goal, and then you have Prasiedo, Torres,
I
Ancapié,
Valencia as a
Union.
winger is not been too good.
I think maybe it's just Google messing it up. But Enner Valencia starting, that is a big boost for Ecuador. And then you
Yeah,
have Franco, Grezzo, and Caicedo in
Caicedo,
midfield,
Estupinian,
and then Plata, Estrada,
Estrada. Yeah,
and
they're
Valencia.
all been class.
Yeah,
And for
and then
Senegal, we have
it's Mendy,
Jaya,
Diallo,
Mendy,
Jacobs, Koulibaly, Sabali,
Kui.
Papagay, Cis, Soy, uh, Ganagay, Indaye, and
I think it would have
Bulai.
been much better if Mane was there.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's injured
Yeah.
and not at the World Cup. So I think we both said Ecuador win. So that's the
Yeah. So,
lineups. Not really any surprises, to be
yeah,
honest.
I think if the lineup for this is out, even the lineup for Netherlands, Qatar will be out. So
Yeah, actually, I want to know the Netherlands lineup. Um, should be out. Okay. So for Netherlands, they have Noppert, Timber, Van Dijk, Ake. So same with Dumfries and Daley Blind on the as wingbacks, and then they have De
so they
Roon,
have Depay,
De Jong,
Gapco.
Klaassen, and then up front they have Cody Gakpo and
Oh, they
Memphis.
finally put Depay on. I
Oh,
mean,
so
I think they put it because it's Qatar. So.
yeah. Oh, so I might. My World Cup fantasy. I might just do double. Oh wait, no, I have the. Oh, damn it, I can't. Oh well.
Is it still open to change the players?
Yeah, you can change players for match day 3 unless you want to do a wild card anyway. But
I
yeah,
actually
you
made a
can.
really bold decision on day one. I put Eno Valencia and made him captain. That was really good.
Oh, that's a good shout. Um, I think for this one, I already have triple Netherlands already. I have Dumfries, De Jong, and Gakpo. But looking at the pie, I could just take a -3, take out Frankie De Jong and
I
Richarlison,
I
and
think
then
it's fine to keep Depay out.
but we know how bad Qatar are, so I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll make the
I mean, we
decision.
don't know anyone on Qatar's lineup, so
Yeah, I mean, for Qatar at least they have Basham, Ahmed, Hassan, Koki, Miguel, Mohammed, and then midfield of Hatim, Madibo, and Al Haydos, and
Al
up top
Haidos, yeah. Ali,
they have
Afras.
Amouez Ali and Akram Afif. And I think Akram Afif has been Qatar's best player because he's actually been the one that's been very direct.
Yeah.
So those are the lineups for the Group A final round games. So yeah, that's now basically the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So do subscribe to my channel. I've now reached 200 subs, and
Congratulations.
yeah, I got it like a couple days ago. So finally, I reached 200. The next goal is 250, hopefully. Um, But anyway, guys, please do subscribe, like the live stream, or if you're watching this on replay, do like the video and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next episode of the 10+1 World Cup Podcast, where we will be reviewing basically the group stage in general and giving the preview for the round of 16. So until then, we will see you guys in the next one.